All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are halfway through October, and you know what that means. Well, obviously it means we're halfway through October, but it means something else. Now, historically, a new town hall has released in November for the last 2 years, like end of November, December, right? And I am here to speculate. We are going to be speculating. This video is going to involve a lot of speculation, okay? Just a heads up, a brief warning, but this is not just going to be me predicting some random things, okay? I have a lot of proof and a few theories, okay? They might sound weird, they might sound wild, but buckle in. If you're new, subscribe and comment what you think down below. Like, genuinely, what do you guys think about all the information I'm sharing? These are just kind of like things I found personally, and I'm also backing it up with data that we have historically with Hammer Jam. Now, I have released a video on Hammer Jam that did pretty well a couple weeks back, right? It was basically talking about Hammer Jam, what is Hammer Jam, how to prepare for it. Now, if you don't know what Hammer Jam is, just so you guys know, Hammer Jam happens before a brand new town hall comes out, and it's basically a 2-week event where everything like cost and time reductions for everything in the game except for equipment. Currently, I mean, there could be a Hammer Jam for equipment, or it could be included. That's not decided yet, or that's not confirmed yet, but they did tease that in like an interview with Judo Sloth like a little while back with David. So yeah, that's up in the air. But Hammer Jam 2-week event, reduce the cost of time, reduce the cost of upgrades and whatnot. It's a very good event, and it always happens 2 weeks before, or it lasts for 2 weeks. It always happens before a new town hall is going to come out. Obviously, I already released a video on tips on how to maximize it. Also, Ninja has a really good website on how to maximize it here, so I'll leave his link in the description. Also, leave my video in the description if you guys want to go watch it. I'm not going to be talking about best tips for Hammer Jam. I want to be talking about the new cosmic scenery and Easter eggs and what I think could be teasers for Hammer Jam, the Hammer Jam date, or the release of Town Hall 18 potentially. Now, like I said, these things could sound crazy, but let me know what you think. Now, the first thing that I wanted to point out, okay, is this clock right here, okay? Now, there are several clocks listed around this scenery. This right here, it looks like a clock, man. I mean, if this isn't a clock, I don't know what it is. It literally has a small hand, it literally has a big hand pointing at two different things, or two different times, right? The small hand pointing at a number, little hand pointing at another. There's also another clock over here, and I think that's all the clocks that we have. Now, this one does not have any hands like facing on it like this clock does over here, it looks like. Now, why is this hand relevant, you might be wondering? Like, this is just a random design of the scenery, right? Wrong, okay? If we take a closer look, I have done some very amazing artwork here, and I've drawn on the clock here. Now, don't mind my crappy, don't mind my bad drawing, okay? I drew it on my tablet, okay? But if you look at where the small hand is pointing, okay, it looks like it's pointing to the number 11, because I drew it here. 12, 3, 6, 9 right here, and this is like 10, 11, okay? So the small hand's pointing to 11, right? If you're trying to tell time, you look at the small hand first and then the long hand after, right? Just everybody knows that. So 11. And then the big hand, this looks like the wider part of the hand right here, and this is the smaller hand. So obviously the smaller part of the hand is facing towards the right number. So 11-2. Well, now 11-2 might seem like a random time, a random day, right? It could be, yeah, it could be facing, it looks like it's facing a number 2 in my opinion. So 11-2 seems like a random date, okay, whatever. What is November 2nd? Like November 2nd, November 1st, a new season always comes out on the 1st, right? So why is November 2nd such an important date? Well, you might be wondering, the Clash of Clans World Championship is happening this month from October 30th. Okay, start date is October 31st to November 2nd. November 2nd, all right? Now, obviously, you cannot release a new Town Hall, you cannot do any major updates until the World Championship happens, because the World Championship is going to be Town Hall 17 as the max Town Hall. The World Championship will take place, and you cannot release anything before that, right? Now, 11-2, coincidentally, is the same exact time on this clock on the scenery. So what could that mean, right? What could this mean, right? Like I said, 11-2, why does this matter, okay? Strangely matches up with the date that the World Championship ends. Okay, 11-2. Now, if we look at a tweet from Clash of Clans from September 4th, we already know that the crafted defenses are going away. Like, the current ones are going away. We're going to get some new ones, okay? They released this tweet. We've extended the crafted defenses season until November 16th. We want to give you some more time to upgrade, blah, 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 blah. Now, November 16th is the most important part you should take away from this tweet. November 16th. Why does November 16th matter, and why does it correlate to November 2nd? Well, remember when I told you about Hammer Jam being 2 weeks long? Okay, so if we add 11 11-2, November 2nd. Is that an ad playing? I guess that's an ad playing. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what that was. So anyways, 11-2 plus, so 11-2 plus 2 weeks, that's 14 days, okay? 2 plus 14 is 16. What does that give you? What does that give you? 16, November 16th. Now, why does this matter? Okay, so this can mean 2 things, okay? I think this can really mean only one thing if it's not as clear as what I'm trying to make it. Hammer Jam could very well be happening right after the World Championship ends, okay? And also, Willie pointed out too, how convenient that the new Crafted Defense season lands on November 17th 17, which is a Monday shortly after Worlds. Now that's when the new crafted events will happen, because 16 is the last day, so 17th would be a Monday, which usually a Monday is when they drop their update. So if we're basically doing all the math here, 11/2 plus 14, 2 weeks, 14 days, 11/16, that could very well mean that Hammer Jam could be happening right after the World Championship, based on all this clock information and adding up all the dates of the crafted defenses and adding up Hammer Jam timing and whatnot, and adding the scenery all together. That very well could be the day that Hammer Jam starts. Now it's not confirmed. Obviously there could be some more speculation involved that I don't really know yet, but based on my findings, okay, I have reason to believe. And also too, in this, you might be thinking, oh, this is crazy, like, okay, whatever. This right here, okay, this is a hammer icon that the stars form in the cosmic scenery, okay? It forms a couple of things too, like a sword, and it also forms like a foot, which I think is just like a meme, obviously. But the sword, I'm not really sure if the sword means anything. Maybe it means like a new way of fighting. They did tease like there was going to be a new fighting mechanic at Townhall 18, and there's a hammer. Like, why is there a hammer in the top left kind of hidden, okay? I mean, hammer jam, hammer, right? So there's that, man. And also, if you still don't freaking believe me, guys, it literally says right here, okay? I want you guys to think a little bit with me, okay? This is the official Clash of Clans video, how ranked battles work. Now they have like a whole entire thing you could follow like on the path on their videos for like their update. Well, what video was it? Let me just pull it up so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about here. So this video here, Clash on Casual versus ranked battles. They had like a little path at the end of this video here. There's like 3 options you could choose: Clash casually, ranked battles, and revenge. Now this is in the ranked battles video, okay? Now there's a couple of information on the background here, okay? Nothing too crazy, like protect against RC charge, buff E-drag, like a couple of meme things, obviously, new decos, whatever, blah, 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 blah. It looks like E equals MC squared or something like that. I don't even know what's going on here. I can't decipher all of these things. It's really hard to read. Nerf Root Rider, check CCN, pretty much all this stuff defenses, but we don't care about none of that on the left screen, okay? I want you guys to pay attention here. It says, I don't know what that says. I can't really read this. It says RIP Eagle, some troops right here, okay? 2025, it's really hidden, like it's put in front of your face. 2025 11-1, and then question mark, question mark, question mark, right? Now, you might be thinking, okay, it's a 1, but we don't know the rest of the numbers. And why is it 3 numbers? That's the most interesting part. I still haven't figured that part out yet. But if you just look at it like this, okay, we know 2025 11-1, so it's going to be like it could be from the 10th to the 9th, right? Because that's the numbers that have 1s, right? Now, if you look at the Town Hall number, 1, Town Hall 1, I think this is Town Hall 1. I think it could be Town Hall 2. Town Hall 1 plus Town Hall 16, or Town Hall 1 plus Town Hall 15. What number does that give you, guys? 1 plus 15. Coincidentally, 16. So is November 16th going to be the freaking release of Town Hall 18, man? I honestly don't know, man. I generally don't know. Maybe that's the start date of Hammer Jam. They're really teasing like November 16th in a lot of different ways. They're teasing November 2nd in a couple of different ways. They all strangely kind of match up together in different ways, man. So I don't know, man. What do you guys genuinely think about like all these times? Like, does it make sense? Am I reaching? I really feel like this makes a lot more sense, man. Now, bring it back to the cosmic scenery too, okay? So last year, if you guys don't know, there was a scenery they released in October 2024, like a year ago, October last year, before Town Hall 17 came out. It was called the Doom scenery. The Doom scenery was pretty cool. We got a little super witch here on the bottom. Doom scenery, right? There was this figure here. This was before Town Hall 17, okay? Obviously now we know this is the Minion Prince, but this was teased exactly 1 month before we had any idea, before there was like the whole promotion of like the Minion Prince being the inspector and whatnot, blah, 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 blah. This was a very big hint, a very big teaser into a new hero for Town Hall 17, right? Minion Prince getting released for Town Hall 17 update. And we had like the new Ice Minion, which is actually back in the game too. The Ice Minion is back in the game. It's right here. Right here. Ice Minion is back in the game and whatnot. So yeah, it was a big teaser. And you might be wondering, why am I bringing up the Doom scenery? Like, this seems kind of random. What does that got to do with this month's Halloween? Like, it has nothing to do with it, right? Well, that's what I'm saying, guys. I'm trying to find other teasers. Now, there was a random Reddit post. Obviously, Reddit is Reddit, right? Reddit is random. But somebody posted, Town Hall 18 thinking emoji. This building looks like Town Hall 18. Lol's like Town Hall 18 building. Now, at first, you might be thinking, okay, this sounds insane. But imagine I told you guys this when, like, before Town Hall 17 was coming out, that was going to be a new hero. Like, would you guys have believed me that was going to be the Minion Prince? Like, nobody nobody really thought that. I didn't think that until obviously I knew about the sneak peeks and whatnot. But like, guys, I don't know if this could be like a Town Hall 18 theme. I mean, this right here, I'm gonna be honest, this is the biggest reach in the entire video. Like, this is obviously highly speculation, but I mean, it kind of does look like a Town Hall building in a way. Now, I don't know if the building will be like, the weapon will be frontal. There's like a door down here. This is way too big, obviously, like vertically to be a Town Hall. It's getting destroyed. This gotta be some kind of symbolism though, because why is it getting destroyed? I feel like there's more to this scenery that I really can't understand or really fully grasp. But I mean, it's just something to throw out there, like, right? Like, maybe this is the Town Hall 18 theme because they teased Town Hall 17 last year. Obviously, we had the Justice scenery too, which I actually want to show you guys here as well, okay, before I talk about the next thing. So we had the Justice scenery, which was clearly an entire teaser for Town Hall 17, the Justice scenery, because it was like the whole black gold theme. We had like the hammer icon. This came out in November 2024. This was before Hammer Jam. We also had like a lot of eagle indicators. We had like I thought this was gonna be like a battle healer back in the day, or like last year. We had like a bunch of gears, just like the gold theme, a bunch of hammers everywhere. Now, we obviously may not know the entire theme of what Town Hall 18 is gonna be until next month in November, which could be true. So like calling out the theme of Town Hall 18 this month seems kind of unrealistic, right? But it's still kind of like, you know, we could speculate on what Town Hall 18 could look like. Obviously, this is what Town Hall 17, like the theme did look like, because it's gold and, you know, like the eagle, like all the eagle signs and whatnot. The eagle artillery was obviously missing, with the eagle being there. And of course, we had like the whole entire judgment theme. We had the Justice Queen, which had like the gold theme and like the whole entire eagle thing. The warden also had like the gold theme too. Where's the warden? He had like the gold eagle on his head, and obviously this kind of symbolized that the eagle artillery was getting merged into the tunnel, which was a really key, you know, whole entire controversy, blah blah blah, whatever you want to talk about that. But obviously signaling that the eagle, something big was going to happen with an eagle, with the eagle artillery. Same thing with the king. We had like the Justice King. It was like the whole Justice set. Where's the king at? There's no RC for this set. Like, just the whole entire theme was teased. So maybe we'll know more about the theme for Town Hall 18 probably next month for sure, if it is coming out next month, that is, right? With the whole like hammers and stuff. But I just found it interesting how there was like a hammer on the cosmic scenery, and I just kind of wanted to throw it out there, man. Like, I think that's probably, there might be more teasers that I'm missing. Like, the only other real teaser I can think of is that little rocket, like right here on the bottom, right here. We already know what the rock golems are. I guess if you look at the scenery preview too, like there's this big asteroid thing there, but we already know that's kind of like an equipment for the minion prince, like the meteor staff, and the warden's also holding it already. So I think we already know what this is. Like, I don't think it's gonna be like some random equipment or random ability or whatever. But I think in terms of all this speculation I have currently, I think that's probably all I have. I mean, if you guys have found anything in this scene, if you guys think anything I'm saying is crazy, you know, let me know in the comments, man. I'm really curious to see what you guys have found. If you guys agree with whatever I've said, maybe you disagree with everything, maybe everything I've said is crazy, but I feel like I've kind of backed up all of my knowledge and all of my predictions when Town Hall 18 can come out, when Hammer Jam can come out, and things like that. And I know people really want to know this information because people keep asking me all the time, when is Hammer Jam gonna happen? When is this gonna happen? When is Town Hall 18 gonna come out? What is Town Hall 18 gonna look like? So I don't know, man. Scour the scenery. Let me know if you guys can find any hints besides the ones I've already shared. Really anything, man. They're really subtle when they do these kind of teasers. Like, just, I want you guys to keep in mind, like, all the past seasons, right? They've been teasing the themes moving forward, right? Like, it started with the cyber scenery, right? It's very, like, we had the entire Kloshirama minion prince down here, and this teased the entire Kloshirama anniversary. We had, you know, the mecha that was right here. We had the broom witch that was appeared. We had a bunch of emotes, and we had a bunch of, you know, this goblin reference. We had another foot thing there, which is really funny. We had like a reference to the high seas, and then that led into the Kloshirama season, right? And then everybody was wondering, I was even wondering, including me, why does the scenery have holes in it? Why does the scenery keep falling apart? Is this part of a Kloshirama episode and whatnot? Like, what does this all mean? Right here. So the scenery fell apart. I was like, why does the scenery keep falling apart? I actually had no idea, believe it or not, about why the scenery was falling apart until everybody else did. And then we knew it was the Mashirama scenery that was drilling down. And then the teaser revealing, I was like, why was the scenery drilling down? Now, I had like a crazy prediction of like the scenery is going to drill down and they're going to find like a secret underground layer. I was kind of right, kind of. And that led into the whole entire cosmic theme. Oh yeah, and then I guess the last thing that I can kind of wrap this video off with, because I've been kind of yapping, right? A little bit of a yap session. Let me go to a random account here that has not been logged into since the event has started here. Let's see. So watch. So the Eternal Warden comes out, confronts you, and then we have this reskinned wizard here, right? He has a guitar on his back. If this guy wants to throw rocks, well then let's rock, right? Now, the cosmic rock, you might be thinking, okay, it's just rocks, meteor staff, blah, 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 blah. But then he says, we'll blast him out of the sky with the loudest jam ever heard. Jam, a hammer jam, right? Like, guys, boom. And then why is the event building the boombox this month, right? Like, it just makes so much sense, guys. It just makes so much sense with the Hammer Jam being next month and the Town Hall release. But genuinely, let me know what you guys think, man. Am I reaching? Am I crazy? Am I not? Comment what you guys have found below. Comment anything you guys have found in their YouTube posts, in their tweets, and whatnot. If you're new, subscribe. Yeah, man, stay tuned. I'll be releasing more teasers, more information that I find. And yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video or stream, man. And until then, I'm out. Peace.